Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a master study. This is a charcoal drawing after John Singer Sargent. I'll be taking you through the process from start to finish of how I created this drawing. I hope you enjoy the video.
So today I'm going to be using only a few tools, so General's charcoal pencil in 4B, which I have sharpened to a point. I also have a Tombow eraser, which is really handy when I'm working in such a small size. This is one of my moleskin notebooks. It's quite small, so I'm only working to quite a small scale today. And then the final tool I've got are some paper stamps for blending. This is a Cretacolor one and a Faber-Castell, but really you can get these in any art shop. I've also got a kneaded eraser just in case, but I probably won't be using it. So instead of trying to film both my source picture and my drawing, I'm just going to be filming my drawing today and putting the source picture on the right. Feel free to draw along me if you'd like. So the pictures I find usually via Pinterest. Sargent produced hundreds of these drawings, so there's lots out there. A lot of them are in fairly poor quality. The versions that I could find often at museums will upload fairly good versions that you can get either for free or by paying a small fee, but this one I could track down a good quality picture of, so I'm just going with the best one that I could find on the internet. So I'm just quickly blocking in dimensions of the head. Now this probably wouldn't have been how Sargent worked. He was drawing from life, which is really difficult. You can't really start in often with these precise lines. When you're drawing from life, you have to start off with general forms. So he probably blocked in using fine charcoal to start off with, just to get the tones in the right place. And then he kind of tracked down the edges of the face, and you can see that in the way his lines are drawn. There's lots of like repeated lines as he's trying to hone in on the features. So I'm going to kind of be doing the same thing, but I'm working from photo reference, which is a lot easier because Sargent's basically made all the decisions for me already, and it doesn't move around like people do. I might try, next month I'm doing a drawing from life challenge called Strada Easer Challenge, where you have to draw or paint from life every single day. So I think I will do that challenge and maybe try and do some kind of Sargent style drawings from life that month, which could be quite interesting. I will try and record the process. So just trying to get the rough proportions. I'm really trying to draw very, very lightly. If you press too hard, then the charcoal kind of really gets ingrained into the paper, and we're never going to be able to rub it out all the way. So just very gentle touches to start off with. So I'm just kind of visually following the lines I see on the face. There's lots of videos about how to get like a good likeness. You know, there's lots of different methods you can use. You can use a block-in method when you're working from a reference like this. You can do a Loomis head. You can do, you know, square and break it up. There's lots of different ways of doing it. Don't know why I drew that ear early. I always get the ears wrong. I'm just starting off with my kneaded eraser because it's just an easy way of like working out lots of marks. So really looking at the big planes of the face, so I can see, I might maybe do a draw over here so you can see what I'm talking about, but if I look at his face, then let's just compare some distances. So we're looking at angles, so I can pivot my pencil, and you won't be able to see this, but I can visit my pencil across to my reference picture and just get an idea of the rough angles of the face. Actually the top of his face is kind of a little bit more leaning back. Also the distances as well, so he might disappear off the page a little bit. See his nose. Maybe he needs to come out a little bit. Not too sure. If you see in my digital drawings, I'm following a very similar process, kind of this iterative build-up of the drawing. I really try and play between my digital and traditional mediums just to try and figure out what works. I think the happy place is somewhere in between the two. Right. I totally over-exaggerated that top there, I'm sure. I used to start off with quite like a graphic approach, where over time I've kind of moved to something a bit more organic, where I'm kind of looking for the lines on the face and I'm kind of following them through and just kind of finding the features that way. But I think it's good to start with the basics, the best practice, and work out your own way from there through a process of just repeatedly doing the same things over and over again and refining it into something that works for you. I think the interesting thing about drawing, about anything in life really, is you can get a formula, you can get a recipe, like when you're cooking you can get a recipe, but recipes don't take into account individual situations like how hot your oven gets, or you know, how big are the eggs that you buy. So you've just got to constantly adjust, and like maybe what your personal taste is about what you like best. So you take a recipe or a process and you just got to practice it and adjust it to what works for you. Yeah, so the same is definitely true of drawing for me. Right. So I've got lots of like hatchy lines, but you're kind of seeing those on Sargent's drawing, so I think that's okay. Get the width of this jaw. Try to keep it very light touch, especially in the light areas, because you want to keep those areas light. This one is a little bit trickier as well because he's quite a young man. I think he looks like he's about 17 or so, so his face is still developing. I think younger people are really tricky to draw because your face does change so much between when you're born and when you're an adult, and getting the distances and things like the size of the eyes wrong with relation to the face really changes the age of a portrait significantly, so that's going to be a bit tricky to get right. That's quite a handy smudge. I might use that later. His nose is quite smudged. I wonder if it's probably not because Sargent just smeared his hand over the face while he was drawing it. I'm sure he was much more controlled than I am. I think it's really, like with these master studies, it's good to have like a really playful approach of like, you're an explorer and you're just trying something out. I don't think we should get too attached to the way it looks, or spend too much time trying to make it look exactly like the master's work. I mean, you can go through that exercise as well, and that has value, but I use it more as a, yeah, it's a bit of an exploration, and I do learn a lot from these exercises. So it's not going to be going on my wall, it's just in my sketchbook, so obviously, and on the internet as well. But right, so just do some measuring. So when I say measuring, you can use a pencil, but I just do it mentally. So from his inner eye is roughly inside of his nose. Not too worried about this side of the face. I think I find that in life drawing as well, is as long as you get the features in the right place, the person's moving their head anyway, so it will kind of come and go. So if you can get the features in the right place and try to lock those down and then not move them, then you can kind of figure out the face outlines kind of towards the end. Really soft curve of his chin. I think that really shows his age, so quite want to get that right. Now, ears are something I really struggle with. They always end up in the wrong place. Let's see if I can get it right this time before I check the placement. This guy looks like he's just come back from school or something. He's probably packed off to boarding school when he was 5 or something, poor guy. Trying to get this ear in the right place. It's like a proper weakness of mine. The problem is if the ear's in the wrong place, but the chin's in the wrong place, the shape of the head ends up wrong. Yeah, it's tricky. I think we're getting close, at least like what I really like about this pencil is it's quite easy to erase. It gives really nice dark lines. It's quite easy to control. So yeah, it's a really good pencil. I believe Sargent used a charcoal pencil. Maybe it wasn't quite as good as this one. But yeah, he used a charcoal pencil and a stamp. He did smudge his drawings quite a lot. So I think I'm using pretty similar materials to what Sargent used here. Which is good because it helps achieve a similar look. Let's not forget everything in the drawing, so the tie is important. My eyes really understated. Got that a bit higher.
So now I'm just going to hop over to an app I've got called an overlay app, in which I am just going to check the accuracy of my drawing. I think this is quite a good thing to do if you're working from a photo reference, because it just shortcuts the process of checking accuracy. But it's something we need to do mindfully and not use it too much as a crutch. So to use the app, it's a free app, so you have to put with some adverts, but you just select the photograph, your source photograph, take a photograph of your drawing and just align the two, and then just slide the slider along the bottom to check the accuracy of your drawing. And I can see from this drawing it's pretty accurate. There's a few little bits I need to adjust, like I made his nostril a bit too high, his eye's not quite right. Yeah, but it's mostly there, so it's all stuff that's going to be fairly easy for me to fix, which is good news because it means I can kind of plough along with the drawing. Obviously the ear looks a bit wrong as well, I can see here. But yeah, all stuff. So I've just gone in quickly to fix the major issues that I spotted. There wasn't actually a lot. I'm getting to the end of the drawing now. I could keep going, but I decided it was time to stop as I was recording. Hopefully you can see that although the last, I don't know, half of the drawing, nothing much really changed. It's all those subtle nudges that really kind of pushed it in the direction where I was finally happy with it. I hope you found the process useful. I am pretty happy with the way the drawing ended up. It's not a perfect likeness of the drawing I was copying, but it's got a little of Sargent and it's also got a little of me as well, so I was pretty happy with it. So yeah, I hope you found the video useful. Let me know if you've got any suggestions, if there's anything you'd like to see in particular. I will try and get one of these in next month from Life, so you can see that I am really inferior to John Singer Sargent. But yeah, so I think that'll be a whole other challenge that I'm quite looking forward to. I hope you found this video useful and have a great day. Thanks very much, guys. Bye bye.